Jo, hi, zurück zu Twin Mirror. Wir gucken jetzt mal kurz, dass wir hier nochmal schauen. Wir haben letztes Mal ein bisschen die Kopfkarre hier angeguckt, aber ich will nochmal schauen, was eigentlich da hinten drin ist. Dass man nur so langsam laufen. Ah, so geht schneller. Mhm. Wenigstens etwas.
Ethan keeps a spare key around, but I should use the front.
Spare Key, ja, vielleicht hat er ihn irgendwie versteckt hier.
The old bar sign. Reminds me of when Nick and I were still kids.
Rein theoretisch kann man hier komplett rumlaufen, aber wir können ja mal... Ja, komm. Wir gehen einfach rein.
Might as well talk to Walter. I'll have to sooner or later.
Yeah. Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, it is, Mother. Trust me. Oh, Samuel is here. I'll call you back. Samuel Higgs, as I live and breathe. Has it really been over 2 years?
Mhm.
Regardless, I'm so glad you finally made it. It's good to see you. What kept you?
A trip down memory lane. I missed the funeral, but I made it to Nick's wake.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a Basswood back in town requirement. So good to see you. Even if I wish the circumstances were
Warum
different.
nicht?
In times like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do.
Zack, Brieftasche weg.
Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up. I'll see you inside.
Mhm.
I haven't read an issue of this paper since I left. I wonder how they've been doing without me.
Ist irgendwas sehr Interessantes? Fortsetzung auf Seite 3.
Must have been a hard issue to write.
Okay, komm. Aschenbecher überfüllt, gehen wir mal rein.
Ugh, I'm not ready for this.
Bullshit.
Here we go.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I'd gladly slash your tires. Would that mean you couldn't leave town? And you are leaving town right after this, right? As if you aren't. Well, Nick's memory only goes so far.
Einfach mal Ruhe bewahren.
That's what I thought.
Come on, it ain't worth it. Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
Er hat angefangen, na ist egal.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, shame that. You watch yourself.
Nein, können wir doch aber eigentlich noch
I
eins auf
think
die
it's
Mappe
time I
machen.
go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
You always did know how to start a
Declan
rocket.
lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
Quatsche ihn an. Damit er mal seine Ruhe... Ja gut, lassen wir sie zufrieden.
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
It took reading thousands of public records, but a pattern emerged of willful negligence.
You are a bulldog. A dangerous man to anyone using power to exploit others.
That's nice of you to say.
Now, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
Bye, bye. Okay, lass mal gucken. Oh, Kathy. Na, lass mal Sheriff, Mitchell, dies, das. Okidoki, Jukebox. Lass mal coole Mucke machen.
I thought it was 4,000.
Can't believe this whole thing's still working.
Crooked pharmacists want you to.
Daddy, 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 open your eyes and wake up. The kids and I've been busy, and we got a little something for you that's gonna make you smile all day. Daddy, 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 Daddy. But when the lights are out, it's time for me to show you my love. And I've got a feeling you've been pleased.
Oh.
So, Daddy, 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 sit yourself down. Now you should know how much
Nick and
Ja,
I
da den
spent
schönen
so
Pac-Man.
much money on this machine.
Alter Pac-Man, ey. Digi. Auf gar keinen Fall. So, was haben wir noch? Ein bisschen Schlagzeug spielen? Komm. Ah, lassen sie ihn nicht, ne? Das wäre natürlich nice gewesen. So, Kathy mal ansprechen.
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce, but anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah,
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Okay.
your daughter thinks Nick's crash doesn't make sense.
She's a little girl who lost her father. She's confused right now. Don't you go encouraging her, or worse, putting those thoughts in her head. I frankly thought you knew better.
Do you think she has a point?
I think you should stay away from her.
Okay. Thank you. Das hat jetzt nicht so gut geklappt. Immer Pac-Man zocken.
You're a lot like Pac-Man, Sam.
I consume everything in my path?
You find every last bite. The mine closing wasn't your fault. Your investigation just hurried things up. You probably saved some lives, you know.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Muley.
You piece of
Language.
Is that a wedding ring?
I didn't know you were thinking about marriage.
Oh, it's just... It feels like the right thing to do.
Dad, what's the point of getting married?
Well, it's just one of those things people do, Bug. Here, you can play.
Someone has to show you grown-ups. Video games are the realm of the young.
Have you talked to Anna about this?
That's kind of the point. I'll talk to her about it when I show her the ring.
If you say so. Hey, just remember I'm here, right? If you need anything. Anything but my arcade secrets. Those I'll take to the grave.
Okay, Pac-Man, ey, Alter. Gut.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy.
So, Niki, was ist los? So, wie können wir das anschauen? So.
This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face.
Wow, okay.
He was more her best friend than a dad. Look at us. Those two were a great team. Bug was so small back then. I wonder who took that picture. Happier times. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend.
Und das kann man nicht anschauen, oder was? Warum nicht? Was haben wir noch? Nix, ne?
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood? Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
Okay, I'll bite. Tell me, Dennis, who did you have a standing bet with?
Myself. So I guess I also won.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way.
Ooh.
Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you been.
If you must know, I still haven't bounced back from when Anna and I broke up.
I think you mentioned she broke up with you. Yeah, but I hear you. Yeah, that's how I ended up in this shit town. Chasing a woman. Yeah, then she left and I got stuck here with 2 kids. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Tja, man könnte ja mal mit ihr sprechen, oder? Können wir erstmal ein bisschen rumgucken. Ein bisschen Billard zocken. Der Dart-Champion. So, mal gucken. Billard spielen ist nicht. So, sollen wir mit ihr gleich sprechen? Ich meine, klar sollen wir das und müssen wir das, aber... Oh, hier können wir noch ein bisschen Stress machen.
Not now, Sam.
Okay. Bisschen Dart zocken.
Some people can play this game drunk. Anna was best at 3 beers.
Mhm. Okay, wir nicht. Okay, wo haben wir mit dem Kopf? Oh,
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Declan haben wir schon. Er ist immer betrunken. Die Dame kennen wir schon. Er ihn auch. Wer ist denn der Barmann? Ethan, okay.
So, I had to throw them all out on their ear, and only then did I realize... Ah, Samuel, my favorite ex-muckracker. Join us, join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this. Everyone came, most of the town it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy. Felt hollow. So hollow. He worked for me for years. For years, my best reporter. What do you even say about him?
Team Player.
Loved people. Sharing things. Having fun together. Take video games. He didn't even care if it was some cooking game or shooting game or what. As long as we were playing together.
I always prefer my games analog. Chess, Go. You two did seem to bond over them, though.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic. That's how he stays with us. The little details.
I remember the bar bets about that safe spot in Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas, enough. Tell me, how have you been, Sam? How have you really been?
Tja.
I spend all day doing nothing. I don't even count days. They just blur together. Nick's death barely hit me. It was like a pinprick compared to just everything.
Time heals most wounds. Some it just makes worse. Sounds like you need something to pull you out of your rut.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Oh, Walter, can I ask you something?
Questions are the fountainhead of knowledge.
Nick's crash. Was there anything suspicious about it?
I asked myself the same thing. The very same thing. It did seem odd. Young Nicholas, a careful man in all things, including driving, I looked into it myself. You know what I found?
What?
A tragic accident with nothing amiss. I am both relieved and saddened to say.
Ah,
Life is rarely like a crime thriller, and while I don't mind you asking, some might find it a distasteful conversation at a man's memorial. Especially from you.
I'll keep that in mind.
See that you do, my boy. See that you do.
Okay, dann gehen wir mal wieder, wa? Was haben wir dahinter noch? Kommen wir da hin, Hintertür. Wie kriegen wir die auf?
It's supposedly the spirit of coal. Doesn't really belong here anymore.
Kriegen wir die auf da hinten? Brauchen wir das überhaupt? Man weiß es nicht. Dies, das. Oh, lass uns mal mit ihr sprechen. Es gibt garantiert Ärger.
Bess always had a soft spot for Nick. I think she liked his work ethic. Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit. Anna?
Sam! I've missed you. Why did it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
Well, I'm here now. I'll have to try and come by more often. That's what I'm supposed to say, right? Even if not everyone around here would like it.
People around here have short tempers.
And long memories.
But most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. It doesn't make it easier, though.
It's gotta make it a little easier. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
Yeah. That's, you two must be so hard.
Are you okay? You knew about us, right? He said he was gonna tell you.
Yeah,
hat er wohl nicht.
I knew, but knowing and, knowing are different.
Yeah, I guess they are. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
Boah, ich kann das jetzt nicht fragen, ne? Das geht nicht. Einfach mal machen.
Nick's death. Do you know if he had any enemies? Working on anything dangerous? Whew. Now this is a real can of worms.
This is a wake.
I know that.
Do you? This isn't the time to be digging and pushing. You always do this. You always... I get it. You're still you, huh? You'll always still be you, Sam. I hope you never change, but I can't handle this right now. I'm gonna go home. hate that his stuff is all over my house. Then drink and cry all night. You do what you need to do. See you around.
Tja, will keiner hören, ne?
Samuel,
Komm,
come,
Mitch.
have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3. And then I'll go.
Die jetzt nicht, aber hier mit Ethan und Walter nochmal quatschen.
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee.
So, was willst du? Soll mich hier hinsetzen?
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
Oh, sie ist alleine. Das gibt aber Ärger. wenn
You'd
wir
think a
sprechen.
kid at a bar would stand out more.
Mr. Hicks, good to see you. My condolences for your friend. Coming back in town must not have been easy. Officer Stevenson was telling me about your little welcoming committee.
Ja.
It's all right. Declan saved the day.
We just don't want any troubles here. Not from you, not from anyone.
Don't worry, I won't stay in town long enough for that. One quick thing. Nick's death. Are you sure it was an accident?
Are we sure? What are you trying to say?
Now, Sam, I know you're a bird dog at heart and a bird dog hunts. But listen, Nick's death was an accident. Don't go riling people up. Don't you think you've done that enough to the nice folks around here?
I guess so. Enjoy your evening.
Alle irgendwie nicht so. Was ist denn das für ein Scheiß? Die wollen alle nichts erzählen. Wir sollen die Klappe halten, ne? Was seid ihr für 2 Vögel? Okay, die können wir knicken. Oh, ich kann mit der nochmal reden.
Nick was a good man. Always spelled your name right when he was quoting you. Basswood lost one of its golden sons.
Ah, okay, so, die beiden Jungs sind auch irgendwie, der schockt nicht, die sprechen nicht. Dennis.
People leave you or they die. That's
Ja,
the only way
okay.
anything ends.
So, Mom nochmal reden oder hier nochmal ein bisschen aufmischen. Diggi. So, Tara.
So tragic what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted to death. Not enough to damage the bones, but you know, not a pretty sight. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
Die redet viel, ne?
It's all right, Tara. I don't like the sight of dead, burned people.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't want to be rude on a day like this. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed. You're not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of Basswood, but not to me. So, I don't hate you.
Thanks for the confidence booster, Tara. I'll see you around.
Sehr nett. Ich glaube, wir verziehen uns dann mal, oder? Rockt ihr dann nicht und raus können wir auch nicht. Also ich meine, durch die krasse Tür. Ich will hier raus, Leute. Okay, haben wir einen Auftrag noch? Mal aufs Klo gehen.
Nick and I spent so much money on this machine.
Pac-Man kann man nicht verstehen, ne? Also. So, irgendwie ein bisschen Terror machen oder so. Oh, das Bild umschmeißen. Das haben wir uns alles reingezogen. Also wir können natürlich die anderen Fotos nochmal reinziehen. Soll ich die rankommen oder nicht? Würde ich mir gerne angucken. Nö, ist nicht. Sollen wir jetzt echt zu ihm nochmal hingehen, hier einen trinken oder was?
It does look tempting.
Also wir müssen uns alle
So,
reinziehen.
Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel. Join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Oh, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there, with a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Well, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
He got married young and had a kid. Then broke up and dated my ex. And they were happy. In love. Anna clearly cared about him a lot.
Oh, my boy. You can't compare lives. Just like you can't compare pain. They just simply are. The friend of man, the friend of truth. The friend of age, and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed. Few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Well, it's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
Everyone liked him. I think even Dennis liked him somewhat.
He always had a lot of friends. A few who couldn't make it sent flowers.
How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. And who can prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
It always seemed so easy for him. Every day he'd show up, smile, no matter what.
Of the qualities in a good man, that one deserves to be at the top.
Not a quality I possess.
This isn't a place for self-pity. This is a place for dour reflection.
Yes, and drinking.
To Nick, he was my friend. He will be missed, but not forgotten.
Hear, hear.
Put that down! Kathy,
Hey.
what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Ethan could lose
I
his
wasn't
license.
doing anything! Don't touch me!
Joan!
Leave me alone. Ugh, you guys are all so stupid!
You do not talk to people that way.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
Komische Typen
That was
alles.
quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
Declan war harsh, ne?
Declan sure came at her with both barrels. Joan's tough, though. She'll be okay.
Also wir haben jetzt nicht getrunken, oder? Komm. Flup, flup.
What a night!
I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if Joan got inside your head with her whole dad mystery death thing. Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea. You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh? Hey, I didn't ask for you to be here. To come back. I couldn't let you miss this. You just showed up. You can't see it now, but the guilt would have eaten you alive. You're back out in the world. Feeling emotions, fitting in, that's progress. Fuck the world. Pointless talking, and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable. Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
Hello?
Sir, we need the room.
No, stay out.
You have 10 minutes before we charge you for another day.
Okay. What kind of monsters have a checkout at 9? What happened last night?
Tja, mal gucken.
Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what? I can't think straight. I need some water on my face. Clear it up.
Aber ich glaube, Wasser werden wir uns erst beim nächsten Mal gönnen, okay? Also, bis dann, ciao.